started pushing nutrition with your members, and how's that going for you?
Good. We sort of realised recently that it was an area that we needed to have a look at. We've pretty much got, like, we focused on our programming and nailed all that down, and then we knew that this was a big part of the gym that was lacking, so we've really started to push it this year with Leah's expertise in the area.
Just getting into it. It has been easier since Kieran's come on board, just having that wee bit of extra time to put some thought into it and get some content out there. But reception's always different. Like, sometimes you get really good feedback, other times you're just not sure whether the message is going in, and it's trying to be repetitive enough to maybe somebody the next time will pick up something different and just get into it like that way. So kind of drip feed it. The coaches all kind of lead by example, so it's probably easier for your members to kind of follow what you do.
Big time. Big time.
They definitely look up and
look at your man there, like I would be copying whatever he's doing. The big message that we did hit home recently, and it's in, like, from our point of view, everything we do is 100% pure CrossFit, and the 100 words of fitness.
Yeah.
Haven't quoted yet.
Have you memorised it?
eat meat and veg, nuts and seeds, some fruit that starts no sugar.
That's the part that's relative to the nutrition side of it. The rest of it's all training, but it's simple. And like, I mean, Glassman's message at the start was how simple it is, and it's ultimately you control what you put in your mouth, and if you can be aware of that and take that on board, then every single decision you make is either benefit your training or not. So that's the message we're trying to hit home, and it's not easy. Like,
there's so much information out there that it's like you're getting. Don't eat meat from one side, don't eat carbs from the other side. Fat's bad for you, fat's really good for you, eat loads of it. And who's meant to know? Especially when you're not informed.
Exactly, and like for me, my opinion on it is keep it simple. Okay, protein, carbs, and fats, whatever the source is. If it works for you, make it work. Like, everybody's different. You know, what works for you won't work for me, and you know, and that's the kind of trick.
Not everybody eats chicken, not everybody eats beef, but like,
if you're not overeating,
eat what you like. It doesn't have to be like me and him don't have to eat the same thing every day. We sort of do, but it works alright. But like, you shouldn't force someone to do that at the same time. But there's plenty of options, but again, very simple.
I feel sometimes that we're probably a broken record whenever we go on about, like, we're not just a meal prep company or, like, you know, health first and all this, but people genuinely don't pay any attention. Like, they could just flick through their newsfeed and see an Eat Naked post, read a wee bit of it, and like, whatever, and just move on to the next thing. Like, so it's constantly hammering home what Kiva's whole life has been about, pretty much. Like,
well, I think that's what the best part of it is that the ethos behind it you stand by. Whereas if you put a gimmick over one of those posts, you'd guarantee more interest because it's something outside of actual just simple healthy meals. And that's the hard part.
It's getting people, it's like the protein culture, it's getting people to understand how unbelievably healthier they'll be by just concentrating on their nutrition.
And the
and
quality
even walking,
of what
like, not necessarily full on training, but even moving more and putting
this is groundbreaking. Like, me and Neil were talking about this the other day. This didn't exist when we were growing up. Like, I literally got money to go to school to eat and ate Mars bars. Didn't go into the canteen for 5 years, and nobody was ever going, you shouldn't be eating them Mars bars. I was like,
we
it's
had
food.
chips and sausage rolls and beans and cheese. And some of the girls in my class, I remember, were too cool to eat dinner, so they filled their pockets full of, you know, the Rice Krispie buns and stuff.
That was me. I was too cool to eat dinner, so I ate the Mars bars out of the machine. Give me more time playing football. I got into CrossFit in Brisbane, and when I was in, it's probably like me age-old story, but I suppose it's my story, so I feel like I tell people that all the time. So when I was in Oz, and it all tragically ended, but we don't need to get into that, but thankfully it ended. But so I seen like a different way to live, and growing up here I always sort of questioned everything. Like, when I was 14, 15, my mum got me into the gym, and I just always was reading it. I mean, it started back with reading men's health magazines and things like that. I was just like, there's something not healthy about this. Like, it was cool to go out and get blocked every weekend, and I was always there, and then it was cool to take that into the next realm, which is drugs, and that's what the youth are doing now. Like, nobody drinks anymore. It's now drugs is the next thing. And so I was in Brisbane. I got into personal training because that was sort of the passion, and then went there and got into CrossFit, and I was like, shit, these people do this as a lifestyle. Like, this isn't like I do pecs and tries on a Monday, and what's that program? And no, I'm joking. I was in that program first. No, but like, that was your working out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then get smashed all weekend, and then so it's because you've been to the gym and you'd earned it, and then eat everything you want, and then seeing it in Australia, where it was like, I always say it's 5 years further advanced than we are with it. To see that there was this lifestyle where people did this all the time, and it wasn't like I grew up around alcohol. It was always a massive part of life, and to see this place where like it doesn't now exist in it, and that you can eat healthy, you can train all the time. Like, we do this 365 days a year, and we're not coming from the point of view of we're trying to be competitive athletes.
Yeah.
We're coaches and business owners, and we're working hard at trying to build a brand and build a business, but it's not like we all follow the interesting thing about CrossFit INFECTED is we all follow the same program, and being able to try and push that to the community instead of sort of splitting it into groups. Like, here there's a very much a clear message: you eat clean and you do what's on that whiteboard, and
that's your hour done.
And that's it.
Yeah, and then it's up to people themselves as to how much they take from that.
Yeah.
Some people, it's just about getting out of the house for an hour, and that's all that they want from it. And
that's all I want from it these days.
They take on the nutrition side of it and the lifestyle side of it, and we have seen a lot of big changes in quite a few people.
I was just going to say, has it had much of an impact on your membership as a whole?
Yeah, there's a vibe now. The massive thing that I like about our community is how diverse it is. I mean, Sean is 14 and loves the competitive side of it. My auntie's 62, and she jumped on the box for the first time on Saturday, and yet everybody comes in and does the same thing. And there's a 2-hour rant if you want to hear about the definition between health and fitness and CrossFit, but we'll save that for another time.
You know,
it's the only way to live.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's more so than it works. It's like it's if you think of mental health, people out partying, drinking, taking drugs, it's literally the answer to all that. Yeah. It's the only way to go about life. Yet we're in here going, why is nobody listening to our message?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, for us, like, it's been hard to get to this stage where the gym could be regarded as being reasonably successful. I mean, it's not successful in all of my eyes yet, but we'll get there. But it's like, similar to you, it's like the first time that this stuff has happened where you can make a career out of being able to sell people healthy food.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, like, before, you might as well open the bomb shop.
Yeah.
It's as real as that. Nobody's gonna say that, but that's as real as that. It's as serious as that. It's like, this is the first time people in Northern Ireland have ever went, oh, it's okay to love yourself, it's okay to feel good about yourself.
And times are changing.
And yeah, times are changing, and you can live this healthy lifestyle.
Spend your money on what you eat and the activities that you do, rather than
Saturday night in the pub.
Or products or clothes or
the
I think this year we probably realised that Eat Naked will become a success, or like more successful, not by selling meals. It would be more Kiva going out and actually educating people.
Yeah.
So we're always taking that step back and seeing what essentially makes CrossFit successful. Glassman said it recently at Christmas, which was interestingly when we really started to look at what we were doing. The boxes that make it to 10 years, and there's a lot of them that don't make it to, we're at 5, but there's a lot of them, and it's not the boxes that are focused on the sport, it's the boxes that are focused on the health side. So that, even though that ties in, we've always done that from day one. We've always focused on the community, and it's about, I wanted a place where my ma can train as well as my wee sister. Like, that's always been important to us. it's just trying to show that now from what's happening in here, and like what I'm working on now since Kieran has came on board is spreading our message further through social media and things like that to like what's going on in these gyms is so unique.
Really, you know, like whenever you're running a business and you're busy, if you're not prepared, and that's what we're trying to bridge that gap is that prep. If you're not prepared, you pull in the garage and good chance you're going to pick the protein bar up because it's the healthiest option there. You know, and it's sort of that's where we find we help a lot of our customers is the prep side of things. Everybody's busy now.
What am I like on a Tuesday?
Has to suit your lifestyle, as well.
On a Tuesday, I'm coming in with the Santa sack filled with food because I've got the next couple of days to worry about. But like that's just so relaxing, knowing that, like, for example, getting a lot of food off you guys, maybe making something up for myself for the next couple of days, breakfast, like knowing that that's all there. I'm going to be here. This is all here waiting for me. I don't have to think twice.
Yeah, you can stress,
stress of having to go to a shop and potentially make the best decision when you can already have the best decision there for you.
Everybody's gone down their own avenues, and my passion's my career. Likewise, CrossFit's these guys' careers, and food is clearly yours. So for a very small price, I can eat the best food and still continue with chasing what I'm passionate about.
We got very close to closing the doors in here. I was up for it. I was game. Leah was less game, and that's probably the reason why we're still open today. And then so from then we have got everything locked back in again, like we had done previous before the stresses of life sort of took over, and feel amazing now to the extent that we're able to sit and talk about it on camera and like try and help other people do it.
And do you find by going through that you know it probably adds value to what you're teaching your members?
1,000,000%. The thing that I learned is the most important part, and I actually feel like it nearly needed to happen to get to this stage, is people look at us and think that it's easy.
Because you're a coach and that's what you do and it's your job.
I was getting sneaky takeaways on the side when Leah was coaching on a Wednesday night, and I think you know about this now, but I was getting a booze, I'm not naming it, but I was getting a takeaway and sometimes a second takeaway in the same night, and drinking loads and feeling like absolute death. I mean, most of our members know that I had a pretty bad time with depression, and being out the other side of that now, and knowing, seeing both ends of the spectrum now, knowing what it's like to be fit and healthy like I spent most of my life, and then spending 2 years of just not giving a shit about what you're eating. You feel amazing on this side of it.
You know, like it's a very positive environment to be around. That's something like Mark projects very well. Is that when you come up here, there's no religions, there's no nothing. It's everybody's here together, and we have a policy in the salons, and it's fit in or off. And like that's very similar to here. Like
definitely
adapt to your environment.
And then I trust obviously in what he's doing. We all trust in what he's doing and what he is.